My Hebrew brothers and sisters, the 12 tribes of Israel, scattered all over the earth, let me say, Shabbat Shalom. This is your Moriah Yeshu Ben Uriah Israel, and we just want to take this moment to thank you. Thank you for your subscriptions. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your comments. And thank you, as I always say, most of all, thank you for your prayers. I want to take this moment, my brothers, my sisters, to just give a meditation. And amidst of all the stuff that are going on in the world, my brothers, my sisters, like I said, this moment, this time that we are in, the season, my brothers, my sisters, we just view or watch a lot of things happen around us, and throughout the earth, my brothers, my sisters, where our Hebrew Israelites families are. They're experiencing hardship because, it doesn't matter what they say and what they do. Not going to hinder us, my brothers, my sisters, because they're fighting. But let me say this, as I always said, my brothers, my sisters. We don't fight with guns and with sticks and clubs and stones and those kind of man-made weapons. We fight with the weapon that goes against the warfare, the spiritual warfare that is fought, and that is prayer. We, my brothers and my sisters, never give up praying, never give up trusting, never give up on what our Yahuwah can do for us. The greatest battle has already won. The greatest battle has already won. You know what that is? Yehoshua. He fought for us, my brothers, my sisters. Remember? We were under the law of sin and death. The law of sin and death. It doesn't matter what we did, could not take away and wash away our sin. All the sacrifices that were made on the altar. But Yahushua came to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And my brothers and my sisters, that one offering that he made himself gives us the opportunity that today, this Shabbat, we are free from the law of sin and death, because it said, sin shall not have any dominion over you, because we are not under the law of sin and death anymore. Praise his holy name. Praise his holy name. So my brothers and my sisters, as we keep this Shabbat, let us remember the good things that Yahushua has done for us. Praise his holy name. He said, for he has redeemed us from the curse of the law. The law of sin and death was a curse, my brothers and my sisters. And he redeemed us from that. He paid a price. He ransomed us, my brothers and my sisters. Now, we can keep Yahuwah's commandments. We do it because we love him and because of the good things that his commandment will do for us. Praise his holy name. Praise his holy name. Tomorrow, in our live session, we're going to be talking a lot about that through from the book of Deuteronomy. Okay, and so we're going to be talking about that tomorrow. So please join us tomorrow. Join us tomorrow, and we promise to make it as lively, and we promise to make it as biblical, and as you know, everything I do is about the Bible anyhow. So you know, you don't have to worry about that. I'm going to give you the word, and that's the word I'm going to give you. I'm not going to give you my idea. I'm going to give you YAHUAH'S word. Praise his holy name. That's what he called me to do, and that's what I'm going to do. Praise his name. So my brothers, my sisters, let us remember to keep praying. Don't give up. As hard as things may be, do not give up, because Yahushua, he promised, you know, that he was going to send the rock, and the rock is there to guide us, to teach us, and please remember, he lives in us, and you know, Yahuwah, you know, wants us to live a life that pleases him. And once we do that, you know, I have to keep referring back to my, to our ancestors, my brothers and sisters, because, you know, sometimes, I'm going to say it because I'm going to take a word out of what I'm going to talk about tomorrow. You know, misfortunes. You know, sometimes the misfortunes that we experience through our ancestors or Hebrew Israelite great grandparents, right? They're misfortunes. Sometimes, if we don't mind, there's a tendency for us to keep, you know, holding on to those failures. And at the same time, you know, we have animosity in our heart, you know, and especially when we look around and see other people, you know, taking the position that they are the people of the book, you know. And we have no doubt, my brothers and my sisters, that we are the people of the book. We know that we are the descendants of Abraham. We know that. It is proven that we are. So we don't have to worry. We don't have to worry about the Gentiles who came in and you know, make themselves us. You know what we are, what we supposed to be. You know, we don't have to worry about them. Let them go and do what they're going to do, because Revelation talk about, say, woe unto them who call themselves, and you know, the J word right there, and they are not, because it said they are of the synagogue of Satan. So we don't have to worry about that. We don't have to worry about that. We just worry about what Yahuwah calls us to do. Okay? Don't be anxious and envious of, you know, what other people came and did. You know, the misfortune. They're glad for the opportunity. They have what people mess up so that they can come in. Let me tell you something. It's only for a time. Only for a time. Yahuwah, our Elohim, is not sleeping. He's alive and is well. And my brothers and my sisters, I want you to realize this. And I want you to live your life that brings glory and praise to his name. Praise his name, because he promised that he will never leave us nor forsake us. And as long as we are walking according to his word, my brothers, let us remember that. You know, for our meditation today, I'm going to look at Psalm 68. Psalm 68. Listen what it said. Psalm 68, verse 1, it said, let Elohim arise, Praise his name. Let Elohim arise. And he said, let his enemies be scattered. Let them also that hate him flee before him. Praise his holy name. Praise his name. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. I said, let our Elohim, let Yahuwah arise, my brothers and sisters. And let his enemies, you see, his enemies, Yahuwah's enemies are our enemies too. They are our enemies too. You know what? They don't like Yahuwah because of what Yahuwah did. He chose us. They cannot stand the idea that our Elohim chose us to be his special people, to be his jewels, to be his peculiar people, to be his very special people. They cannot stand that. And then, so what happened now? Most times they cannot reach to where Yahuwah is. They can't, they don't know how to hurt him, because they can't hurt him anyhow. So what they did, they turned it on us. We are his representatives. We are his servants. We are his bond servants. So what they did, they turned on us. And anything they can do. But listen what he said, let Elohim arise and let his enemies be scattered. So when they can't stand him, so they have to run. Can you imagine if you could see them spiritually, running, So Yahuwah, it's like Yahuwah sits on his throne, right? And if you could see him standing up from his throne, well, you know that he's in the throne of our lives. We know that. He lives in the throne of our lives. Right? So he sits on the throne of our lives, rather. And he gets up off his throne and stood because the enemies are around, And he stood them, and all he did is he stood up. Just imagine with me that Yahuwah was sitting on his throne, right? And the enemies, and then as soon as they stand up and they saw him, everybody start running east, west, north, and south. They everywhere. They just run it. They just run, and you could just see the enemy. They're scattering. And anywhere they can get to hide, behind some big rocks or the trees, Is he still coming, that kind of thing, right? But he said, listen what he said in verse 2. He said, as smoke is driven away, so drive them away. As wax melted before the fire, so let the wicked perish at the presence of Yahuwah, the presence of Elohim. And then in verse 3 said, but let the righteous be glad. My brothers and sisters, let us be glad. Let us rejoice. It said, let them rejoice before Yahuwah, before Elohim. Let us rejoice. Yes. Let us exceedingly rejoice. Praise his name. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. And listen to what he said. While we're doing that, while we're rejoicing before Yahuwah, we the righteous ones, right? Right? Remember, as long as you're serving him and you're doing what he calls us to do, we are the upright ones. We are the righteous ones. We are the set apart ones. He calls us, my brother. He justifies us. He sanctifies us. He set us apart. Praise his name. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. And then listen what he said is, as we rejoice and be glad, as we rejoice before Yahuwah, as we rejoice, exceedingly. This is what he said in verse 4. Sing unto Yahuwah or sing unto Elohim. And he said we are to sing praises to him. Sing praises to his name. And he said we are to extol him that rideth upon the heavens by the name, or by his name, Yahuwah, for short. Praise his name. In Jamaica, we have a group of people who call them Rastafarians. And they use the term Jah. Just as you have it in the King James Version, J-A-H. You know, when I come across a couple of them, you know, I try to help them to see that the word is not Jah, his word is Yah. And you know what? Couple of them are doing it. They are saying Yah. Okay, they are saying Yah. A couple of them are saying that. But listen, his name. He said, sing unto him, sing unto Elohim, sing praises. We are to sing praises to his name. My brothers and my sisters. We are to sing praises to his name, and we are to extol him that rideth upon the heavens. Praise his name, praise his name. We don't serve a little puny Yahuwah. Okay? He rides upon the heavens, and he did it by his name, and his name is Yahuwah. He said that's how his name should be called, Yahuwah. And then we are to rejoice before him. Yahuwah does not want us to come to him sad. Oh, we come to him sad faces. No, he wants us to rejoice. Rejoice before him, my brothers, my sisters. Rejoice before him. You know, when a king or a queen is going into the territories, the people want to make everything look good, you know, because they make the queen and the king feels good. When I was a little boy in Jamaica, I always wonder why. You hear that the queen or the king or somebody's coming to Jamaica from England, you know, they would make sure the trees around the root of the trees, they would paint it white with white paint. They paint the stones, like they have stones that along the road, you know, or even in people's yard, you know, they'll have in the driveway, like the walkway, a driveway. Some people didn't have cars, so they have walkways. And they'll put the stones right on both sides, and they would paint them white, leading right onto the street. So I keep wondering in my mind, why did they do that? Well, as I go a little older and start reading and learning, and I found out that the reason why they did that was to make the king or the queen or whoever's passing, they're going to pass there. Whoever the official or the representative of the queen, you know, they're going to pass, and everything's going to look bright and nice, you know. People would paint their houses, and some people have little houses, you know, little board houses and stuff like that. They would paint them real white, you know. And, you know, so what happened is that whoever passed by there and drive and then they look around and see all of these, you know, bright, you know, paint, everything, that they go back and they can say, yes, the domain looks real good. People poor and dying. Hungry people, you know, people have no money and all that, but they're going to make them. I say that, you know. But, so, I just use that example to say, look, Yahuwah knows whether or not the thing looks good or not. He knows that whether our heart is right or not. So when we come before him, my brothers and my sisters, we have to come before him rejoicing exceedingly. And then we have to sing, you know, praises to him. We have to praise his name. We have to extol him. We have to, to show for joy and rejoice before him. We have to do that. And my brothers, my sisters, let me say this, that Yahuwah is the same Yahuwah who went before our ancestors in the wilderness. In verse 7 and Psalm 68, verse 7, he said, he's the one, our Yahuwah, our Elohim. He went as, before our ancestors. He went before them. He's the one that did march through the wilderness with them and before them. And my brother, in verse 8, he talks about the earth shaking, right? He said the earth shook and the heavens and also dropped at the presence of Yahuwah, at the presence of Elohim. He said even Mount Sinai itself was moved at this presence of Yahuwah. And he is, and he reminds us there that he is the Elohim, he is the Yahuwah of Israel. So we don't have to worry. Present day Israel, we're not there, we're not there. We don't live there. Other people live there. But those Hebrew Israelites who live there, need to enjoy what they're having there, okay? But remember that anywhere we are, we are in the presence of Yahuwah. And as like I said, he lives and he sits on the throne of our lives. And we are not to allow anything, my brothers and my sisters, to thwart his presence in our lives. Okay? It said the earth shook, it said the heaven also dropped at the presence of Yahuwah. Even Sinai itself, he said, was moved at the presence of Yahuwah. The Yahuwah, the Elohim of Israel. He said in verse 9, he said, thou, O Elohim, or O Yahuwah, did send plentiful rain, whereby thou didst confirm thy inheritance. Oh, praise his name, praise his name. And so he confirmed his inheritance even when it was weary. When our people were weary, he said, thy congregation hath dwelt therein, and he said, thou, O Yahuwah, O Elohim, hast prepared of thy goodness for the poor. He prepared for the goodness for the poor. So all the poor people, and my brothers and my sisters are talking to you today, and many of you, are working hard and you can hardly make ends meet. You're considered a poor person. Okay? And remember that the Yahuwah, our Elohim, who provided for our ancestors, the Hebrew Israelite people, our ancestors, he provided for them. And my brothers, my sisters, he is not going to do any less for you. So, I'm going to ask you to enjoy, my brothers and my sisters, enjoy your Shabbat. Enjoy your Shabbat. And let me say this, my brothers and my sisters. Do not forget to be a blessing to someone and walk with the King. Shalom.